Hi guys! Welcome to Jerry's World. That is the name of my vlog that I am launching today. And then with this first video, syempre what I'm gonna do is I'm going to introduce myself to you guys to get to know me better. And hopefully I get a lot of interactions from you guys so that I can start making videos in the future. So this is about me. My name is Gerardo Francisco. So that is my full name. It comes from sabi ng parents ko, it's a saint. So, and when I did my research, it's actually Saint Gerard, patron saint of all the mothers. Today, I chose to launch this vlog kasi it's my birthday. And I just felt like if I do it that way, parang it makes it extra special. And then I hope it's going to give me that confidence to keep making videos, especially for you. So I am a panganay of 3. I have a younger brother who is a doctor and a younger sister who is an accountant naman. I currently live here in Caloocan in our family home. But prior to this, I was living in Mandaluyong. I lived in Mandaluyong since 2015. Tapos sometime last year, I decided to sell out my condo and move back home. I went to high school in California, Corona High School, kasi we were living in Corona City. So Corona High School is the name of my high school, and then Panthers, if I remember correctly, Panthers, yung parang mascot ng high school. I moved back here in the Philippines for college kasi let's face it, mahal ang college sa States. And back then I was fairly young. Hindi ko pa alam what I wanted truly in life. So, in other words, lost. When I moved here in the Philippines, I got into modeling. I had an agency that I was working with, and they gave me training to do ramp, mga TVC, mga ganun. And then they were the ones also sending me to do go-sees and mga auditions here and there. So I did that all throughout college. In college, I did nursing. So yun, I am actually a nurse. And then right after graduation, I left for the UK. Kasi I wanted to do postmaster. It's a level 7 postgraduate diploma. And natatawa ako kasi yung master's ko is not about nursing at all. It's about leadership and management. So I did that in the UK. When I was in the UK, I was initially alone. So syempre pagka alone ka, you have to look after yourself. So I learned how to cook, I learned how to do my own laundry, I learned how to do my own grocery, and most of all, I learned how to budget. Yun ang very important thing na natutunan ko while I was in the UK. Right after college, my parents didn't know na I applied going to the UK. I think I only told them mga 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the actual flight or date that was given to me to fly away. Kasi my parents had to sign na yung something about my admission. And then of course, kailangan na bayaran yung tuition fee ko. Before I left kasi, it was required that at least 75% of my tuition fee was already paid. And as for my rent, parang if I remember correctly, 2 months or 3 months worth of rent, kailangan paid off in full. So that was the time when I told my mom that I had applied and that I was leaving in about mga 2 to 3 weeks time na from then. And then I remember, parang it was 6 o'clock in the morning, and then my mom knocked at my door, and then literally she was yelling. Galit na galit sila sa akin. My dad was depressed for quite a while. Galit na galit silang lahat sa akin because of my decision to leave and without, consulting them. But at that time, I felt like it was something that I had to do for myself, and it was something that I had to do also for my career. So yun, I went on with it. In the UK, I was very independent kasi wala ka namang ibang aasahan eh. I was doing 3 days worth of university, and then all the rest of my days were mine. Initially, yung first 3 months, kasi I'm also very close to my grandparents. What my lola would tell me is just to enjoy and then travel and then to experience life. Pero syempre, dumating din yung time na parang if I remember correctly, parang kung hindi 89 pesos is to 1 pound, basta close to 90 pesos is to 1 pound. And then on my third month, I think it just occurred to me na parang kawawa naman yung parents ko or my family kasi they're sending me money. Tapos parang ako nag-enjoy lang. Although nag-aaral naman ako mabuti, pero it was, something deep inside me na parang, I sort of felt bad that, I'm asking money from them. So what I did was, I looked for a job. Hindi ko sinabi sa kanila. Na-figure out na lang nila kasi I think on my 4th month, hindi na ako nanghingi ng allowance. And my lola sort of figured out what I was doing. Nung una, ayaw nila yung fact na I was working kasi to them. Parang syempre, ang agreement namin was for me to go study there, not really work. Pero kasi you also can't blame me because I was only 3 days ng university doon and then all the rest of the week. What am I supposed to do with the rest of the 4 days of the week? I can't just sit around. And then eventually, syempre, when I was doing a lot of traveling, masaya nung una. And then eventually, naubos din eh. I've been around and then on my 4th month, parang I got bored na din and I realized everything na kawawa naman. So, it was something na for the first time in my life, I felt like I was really growing up. Na parang, eto na to, I'm an adult because I'm thinking about the future, I'm thinking about the expenditures, I'm thinking about nanghihinayang na ako dun sa pera na ginagastos ko. And every time I would dine out, instead of the usual me na would just leave everything and tapon, all of a sudden I was taking food back home and I was reheating it and eating it for the next day or whenever. So it was the first sign ng real world / growing up maturity for me. And in 2015, I moved back here in the Philippines kasi my family needed me. It was something about my dad's health. And that time, my brother was a junior intern. So, hindi siya maaasahan sa, to bantay in the hospital or to take my dad to checkups and all that. So, my mom had to sort of call me and tell me to be an adult again, basically, and start looking after family. So, I remember that time, 2015, literally, January 1, nagland yung plane ko here. And on my 3rd week of being back here in the Philippines, my dad had a stroke. So, it was, it sort of felt like planado ni Lord, so to speak, lahat. Kasi, if it had happened na wala ako, can you imagine what's gonna happen to my family? So, fast forward to today, kasi my dad is fine na. If you don't know him, you won't notice the residual of his stroke. Pero for people like us and yung mga tao around him, lalo na pagkakausap siya, nakikita namin yung residual. But other than that, okay naman na siya. He's quite okay. He's quite good. I am no longer practicing as a nurse. I have found a passion in sales. There was something in sales that I fell in love with. It's not just about the money. It was more like being able to talk to people and connect to people and meeting a lot of people. Kasi for a long time I was in the international scene. So I was doing international marketing. Kami yung pinapadala ng company abroad to market yung mga products. So yeah, it was something about that experience that I loved. My cousins, I remember that time, they were very proud of me kasi sabi nila, I had found the perfect trabaho for me kasi I love traveling, I love meeting people, I love talking to people. So there was something about that job that was perfect for me. So I now work at the Binondo area. So pakalat-kalat lang ako doon. It was also perfect din yung pag-move back ko here sa Caloocan, because from the house to work on a very good day only takes me mga 15 to 20 minutes. Kasi dati, when I was living in Mandaluyong, it would take me parang an hour and a half to 2 hours from the condo to work. So this setup was perfect for me. Kaya lang, I was told that I will be transferred to our Cubao facility. So I don't know what I'm gonna do then. Pero I don't think Cubao naman is that bad from here. But let's see. If you're watching this and you don't know me, siguro you'll notice that I have a weakness on the right side of my face. This see. Yun, I was diagnosed with Bell's palsy in 2017, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was 2017 when I had Bell's palsy. So this is a side effect of the Bell's palsy. It's called synkinesis. So when I'm stressed, when I'm very tired, it becomes more apparent. I'm still doing my treatments. Kaya lang ngayong ECQ, syempre kanya-kanyang sikap muna. Pero on a normal times, every week I would go to my PT and I would do my facial exercise, and yung they do acupuncture sa akin. Somewhere between 20 and 28 needles yung nilalagay dito sa face ko. I'm gonna talk about my Bell's palsy journey on a different vlog. So if you're going to be interested in that, I'm gonna be posting that in the next video. Further details why I decided to vlog. I mean, matagal naman na yung thought of me wanting to start a vlog, pero I've never honestly was serious about it. It was something that's just on my head lang, but I had no intentions of acting on it anytime soon. Pero ngayon, the world is changing. We are on ECQ. All of a sudden, everything's happening online. So I want to understand lang how the digital media and digital world works as part of my job then. And syempre as a leader, I want to know and further understand the market para maituro ko dun sa mga kasama ko sa trabaho. So I guess it's safe to say na parang I'm really not gonna call it as a social experiment, but it's a part of my learning process to further understand the digital media. A couple of years ago, there was actually a company that was hiring me, and then they wanted me to explore digital media. Yun yung role that they were giving me. Kaya lang at that time, I turned it down because I felt like, although I know na the digital media has been around, pero at that time, it didn't feel like I needed to jump into it. Or, how do I explain this? Parang I didn't feel like hinog na for me, at least. So I turned down the job, and then I took itong job that I have now. And then ayun na nga, with this current situation, parang I'm not gonna say naman na I regret it, pero can you imagine, you know, kung if I took the job that was being offered to me 2 years ago, I would have been one of the pioneers then. Anyway, nandito na tayo. So I'm doing this to further understand everything. I like to travel. I like to experience different cultures, architectures, yung art. Kaya din siguro pinili ko yung Europe because Europe is very rich in history, it's very rich in culture. I imagine in one of my travels, you know, I can stand in front of like a grotesque for hours just admiring it. So I'm all for that. Yung mga architectures, na-appreciate ko yung mga yan. Mga old buildings, something about old buildings that really just, you know, it makes me feel, hindi ko ma-explain, pero it gives me that different sense of feeling when I'm looking at it and when I'm inside it. Weird ba? Apart from traveling, I also like the beach. You know, it's something about the warm sand at your feet, hearing the waves, feeling the breeze, and then the heat. It's something about it that sort of gives my spirit parang a different type of relaxation that I don't get from anything else eh. Apart from, syempre, pag nasa beach ka, you're on vacation, you're not working, at wala kang iniintinding iba, it's something about the experience talaga. So ako, whenever I can, like kapag I know that I've really worked hard, I really take time and go to the beach. Kasi it's one of the few places where I get to recharge my spirit talaga. I love night outs. Not naman dawalwalan kasi medyo may edad na tayo, hindi na tayo bagay doon. Pero I can go to a bar alone and drink. Mga 2 to 3 drinks lang just to, wind down and parang reward ko sa sarili ko because pag nasa work naman din ako and alam itong mga katrabaho ko, I really work hard. So I appreciate yung mga night outs kasi it's also a time for me to relax my mind. And yung loud music, that's one of the times rather na parang, how do I explain this? Yung you don't hear yourself think, you're just there in that moment with nothing on your mind kasi masyadong malakaws yung music. And something about that experience that gives me comfort and joy. So having said that, yung mga different na mga likes ko na yon and hobbies. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm an ambivert. So an ambivert is sort of a combination of being an introvert and an extrovert. I remember there was a time all day at work's office and then when it was time to go, hindi na ako makapag-drive. So I had to ask one of my workmates to drive my car. And then nagkakayayaan mag-inuman. So wala na akong energy at that time. So I had to ask one of my friends to drive my car. When we got to that place in Tomas Morato, in 15 minutes time, buhay na ako. Alam mo yung feeling na parang kang uminom ng kape na naka-triple shot. Tapos buhay na buhay ka lang and you're in that moment. Tapos kasama ka sa kanila until like 5 in the morning. So ayun, sometimes there will be instances where I draw my strength from that kind of scene, pero there will also be times when that type of scene would suck out all the energy in me, yung parang kang hinang-hina. And so when the time comes naman, I stay here in my room, I read a book, I stay here lang, I meditate, I do my alone time, my me time. So yun, I'm a combination of both the introverted side and the extroverted side. I am extremely OCD. Everything has to be in the right place. Everything has to have an order, a process. Hindi ako nakakatulog kapag merong hindi maayos. At saka kapag hindi ako nakapag-wrap up sa work ng maayos, yung at the back of my mind, parang alam ko may nakakalimutan ako na dapat kong gawin na hindi ko pa nagagawa. Hindi ako nakakatulog pag ganun. Also, kapag like, you know how you have, like ito, yung mga shoebox ko, you know how you sometimes have them like in order na pantay-pantay. Tapos pagka meron isang nawala sa linya, parang hindi ka natatahimik until you actually fix it. I'm extremely OCD. Nag-iinit talaga yung ulo ko kapag merong hindi maayos. So those are facts about me. For now, I'll probably create another video, parang part 2 of facts about me because I feel like if I put everything together, masyadong mahaba and this is the first vlog that I'm creating. So I don't want this experience din naman to be a traumatizing yung editing part. Thank you so much guys for watching. For now, a very good day everyone. Please do subscribe and hit the like button. Also the notification bell so that every time I upload a new video in the future, you will be notified. So thank you guys for watching.